Hello, my nomad family. How are you doing today? Yeah, it did that. I don't. I just tapped on. Anyway. Whatever. StreamYard. I don't know what the heck is happening there. It. Yeah, it popped the. Uh. Like into a totally another window. The tab flipped over to a totally different window. Um. I need to maybe learn. Those of you on the rewatch, thank you very much. You're seeing a frustrated me. How are you doing today? Um, so yeah, I had machine was blind. What's up? How you doing today? I so I had a lane break during the tournament. Um, because of some things that were not left how they should be. And so while the tournament was going, I was fixing some of the top end stuff, and uh, got that straightened out. But I didn't want to run it because they were bowling for money. They were doing their tournament and stuff, and I didn't want to disturb them. Um, no, it's not. It's got to be from. Huh. Squirrel. So yeah, so I fixed that stuff while the tournament was going, and then I had yesterday off, and then while I was off yesterday, a sweep rod, it was an adjustment rod, came off. Um, Nothing broke. It just turned itself off. It's a rod that has two rod ends, so that when you loosen the cap nuts, you can turn the rod like that, and it'll expand or contract. Whichever way you need to adjust it, and it just totally turned off of the rod ends. I'm like, okay, how does this happen? But some of the former mechanics they had here before me, that was I'm still paying for that. But so I ran three through a cycle, and everything was stopping okay-ish. Which I've said a few times. These machines, when they get when something's not right, the computer will compensate, and then you go and you make it right, and the computer has to compensate again to where everything is stopping in the right position. And but it stopped right-ish, and went through its cycle and all that without running parts into parts. Um, so I went ahead and worked on 11, and then went back to 3, and got out of 3 about sometime after 4. So, and watched the Still Winter Nation while I was eating, and then yeah. So it's been one of those days. I'll have like okay hours today, so which is my last paycheck is not what I was. But yeah. So yeah, I was blind. How are you doing today, Chuck? Food reviews and more. What is up? How you doing? You know what? I could stop. Oh, I'm gonna put this in watch later. I want to see what this guy has. He does. He's a fun fact channel. There we go. Nomad Unbroken is live. I am doing good, ish. I'm a little bit tired, but the tournament Sunday kind of drove me. Chuck food reviews and more. I give you a license to spam if you get too spammy or too trolley, I'll take it away. And either I or one of the other moderators might freak out on you, but I tell everybody that welcome to the family. Um, so I sent you a message. Was blind? I was asking you how you're doing because I haven't seen you in a little bit. I know. Sometimes during my live stream you're working and you're busy. But I still see you some other places and stuff like that, and I hadn't. So I was like hoping everything was okay. I guess you're just busy, which I understand because I'm like busy all the time. I don't really. I mean, I have times that I'm not busy, but they're not at the same times in any day, week, or month. Um, yeah, I saw that there is, and there we go. Back working. I guess I did answer you there. So make up our minds. What is that about? Uno78, what is up, bro? How you doing today? Which okay, I can still see it there though. Just it's in a different window, not a different tab today again. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Which those of you that are in the chat right now, I'm starting a new video channel. I want to see how it does. And I may still put some videos on Nomadic Bike, but if it passes up Nomadic Bike in any certain amount of time, I'm gonna move my live streams back there. It seems like either way I do that, both channels are failing. So, I mean, it could just be me. It could be all totally my fault for one, switching things up. It was 50 something today, 50 actually. And there's 70 messages on Van Life Facebook group. Wow. But yeah, so but the wind is still the wind still has that winter cold. If you catch what I'm saying, I don't know something. So that's pretty much what this is about. It's actually a little bit too warm to run my heater, but it's like cold to where I want to run it. So it's like I turn it on and then I turn it off and then I turn it on. That's the one drawback to having a buddy heater instead of like an Olympia Wave 6 or 8, which is what you would want for like temperatures dipping down below zero, and however much. Yeah. So, but because of the way that the temperatures drop and the price of the Olympia Wave 6 and 8, I am still using the buddy heater. Absolutely. Maybe I should start an Amazon wish list and put that on there. Maybe one of my 63. Wow. And one of the things too is, okay, one time the geese came back. Okay, I heard them come back, and I was like, I saw like in the forecast that it was going to be dropping cold again. I was like, this is weird, because usually that means that it's going to be spring. And yeah, when it started getting cold like that, they left again. They flew south again. I started seeing them flying south again. I was like, but this time I heard the geese come back like a week ago, and now I'm starting to hear birds. So not just crows. I love crows. I love crows. I don't know. I always have. That's just been. It's kind of like actually maybe my favorite wild bird, but or wild to where I mean, if I were in the tropics, that might be just other tropics. Well, no, Florida is subtropic, tropic. If you lead a horse to it, I don't know. Let the geese out. Uh, oh no, an Olympia wave, 8. But yeah, no, there's a lot of other things that I need more than that. Um, uh, One of the things that's killing me is last year all the and like the year before that, and um all the tournaments were like all bunched together, and this time when it was not as bunched together, they were like spaced a week apart and stuff like that. I was like, it was kind of like relieving to see that, but I'm not getting a bunch of money at the same time. So it's kind of like I'm getting it, and then like the next week I'm using it what I didn't. I don't know. It's crazy. Um, Storm in Missouri. No, I didn't. Wow. Dang. This might be more last days than we think it is. Some of those seals have been broken already. Um, if not all of them, almost all. I don't know. That's terrible. Um, and it's funny too because we were like having so much rain and so much rain, and you know, um, some of it was snow, yeah. But yeah, and then it's like the rain finally cleared, and then I look up and I'm seeing straight line clouds again. I'm like, why do we have to? I don't know. Yeah, yeah. That's a lot, and every like in Texas and stuff, they're talking about record-breaking rain, and like just like last year we were having like major flooding here and like west of here, like by the Mississippi, but yeah. I mean, not major flooding, it was flooding, but it was flooding over like periods of time, and they were like, oh my god, when is it going to stop? you know um and like so many hurricanes, actually it's been quite a and that's not like record breaking, but it has been quite a bit of hurricanes hitting like Florida and stuff like that, and then they had a hurricane hit England. Yeah. UK had snow, if I remember correctly. Yeah, yeah. It's like all over, seems like. like here in the Midwest where it's like all flat ground and stuff. And then, like, yeah. Some of the people like up in Canada are like still getting, torrential snowfall too and stuff. That stuff's probably gonna, well, I mean, it might move to the Great Lakes, which might help. I don't know if y'all heard, uh, seen anything about it, but they were talking about how the Great Lakes seem to have been like going down. Um, the coronavirus, I know, that's actually known to be an experiment that it's a strain of influenza that I think they were saying that it was China that was playing with. And speaking of, but that's man-made. That's man-made. Ah, y'all, I'm tired. Is that? I don't know. That's weird. It doesn't look like that actually on my shirt. I don't think. I don't know. I might have wiped. There's some, it's weird because like I remember sometimes like doing something like wiping my windshield with a shirt, and then it comes out like bleached and stuff. 110, 9 down, 9 down. That's, yeah. I think I heard that there's some in Mass. A family that went over somewhere in Europe, not China or anything like that, went on vacation. They did, though. They actually had it traced down to who it was. It's funny how they can do that. But it's like, it gets into a city and it's like, who have you been in contact with? Who have I not been in contact with? I just walked down the sidewalk just now. So, that's where it's gonna be bad. And I forget who it was I was watching today. They were talking about if you're sick, wear a mask. If you're not sick, a mask can cause issues. I don't, figured I'd pass that on. Yeah, yeah, it was. I have no doubt about that. I have no doubt about that. And that's kind of one of the things that I've been saying like here and there is that China has been trying to control their population for a very long time. So thank you, Was Blind. Yeah, I thought so too. Uh, and I can't remember who it was that said that. I've watched like 2 podcasts today, couple or a few videos. um, I don't know. I mean, you guys might not be such a Logan Paul fan, but his podcast has been pretty good. Actually, getting to know the guy. what he's really like. Nomad. Awesome, Lavender Blue. How you doing today? Nice to see you. Right, was blind. Right. Because they had it for like quite a while, um, before they let anybody know and stuff. If you don't know about it, you can't find a cure. Right? Just an opinion, though. Just an opinion. When you're on top of a mountain looking down at all the people, they they can tend to look like cattle to certain people. Um, and sometimes the way we let people, lead us, sometimes we can be in a way. Um, like a lot of like I oh that's not. I'm gonna put that away. I'll start reading that like it's chat. I'm doing good too, Lavender Blue. Thank you very much. I'm tired. Excuse me. I had a lane break, breakdown and break during the tournament Sunday. I did like the top end stuff that I could without bothering them. Pharaoh, hello. How you doing today? Um, and uh, and so today, and then yesterday on my thank you very much, man. Um, I mainly got these for editing, but I got this in case I needed it, uh, which I did end up starting to use it when I was finally going live on my laptop. I got solar and battery, but so then yesterday on my day off, Lane 11 had a sweep adjustment rod just totally come off. It nothing broke. It just turned itself off. Off the rod ends, and so I checked lane 3 to see if working on the top end stuff that the stuff that I did do, because it was the obvious problem, making sure that it was the problem, because sometimes it can be an obvious problem but it was still actually working and something else was the problem. So I checked it and everything was stopping at the right points ish, because it compensates and now it has to recompensate. And tournament Sunday, uh, that's also a different way to look at that. Was blind, and that could be correct as well. But I went over to lane 11 and got it straightened out, and then went back to 3 and started doing, because I knew I was going to be in there for a while, and I didn't think I was going to be in lane 11 for very long. I knew I was going to get that up and running. Um, so I did end up getting them both going, but it was like after 4, which now it's, which then I started my live stream at 5. I ate something while I was watching the Still Winter Nation, and yeah. So I am a bit tired climbing in and out of a machine. That's it's like, which today it's like getting me like up in here. Normally when you do it a lot, which I was climbing into the machine, just not on top of it, but a lot of the times you'll get a pain like at the bottom of your ribs from reaching up and pulling yourself up. I had a guy working with me a couple years ago. We had tournaments that were like running for like a month back, every weekend, over a month. and he was there for all of them and most of the time. And no, I'm not on the clock. I would not be doing this on the clock, except for once or twice. But then I was stuff was running, and I was like, yeah. But that was kind of like an F it thing too. I was pissed, and but yeah, um, and but yeah, he's like, dude, I got this pain. He's like, I think I need to go to the hospital. I'm like, is it right at the bottom of your ribs? He's like, yeah. He's like, I think I need to go to the hospital. I'm like, dude, no, you're okay. It's just muscle pain. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, dude, I used to get that. Um, on days like this. YT Anger Katsuya, hello, how you doing today? And Pharaoh, you might be asking me. I work at a bowling center. So that was the tournament we had this weekend. Which I'm still getting the what is the there's okay, hold on a second. There we go. Yeah, StreamYard actually muted my mic too. So, yeah, no, it's a bowling tournament. Yes, please lick that smash button, share, tweet, subscribe, ring the bell if you want to see my notifications. All the beggy stuff is somewhere. It might not be a workable link anymore. I don't know. um, I was starting to gear everything for this channel and geared it back for my older channel. But yeah, lick that smash button that looks like this. Awesome, Lavender. What time is it? Okay. So yeah, so tonight I am going to have to be clocking back in at 6. So I like that. Oh, that's the window that I'm on. I forget how this one starts out. If it will start. And do you guys hear that buzzing noise? I probably should not have pointed that out. Um, it is mic related. Yeah, that's. Oh. Yeah, I don't think you guys want that. Was blind. Okay, beeping. That could be the music. I don't know. It might be about time to get a new set. Oh. There you go. It might be. It might be the jack on the dongle. Hmm. That's fascinating. Coffee. I can definitely use it today. I was not wanting to wake up, but I had to. Um, so many things to fix. I still actually have to work on 29, I think it is. They broke a cup during the tournament also. Um, had a pin jam and kept resetting it and resetting it and resetting it. And it's like, after you do something 3 times and you're still getting the same result. But thank you for making more work for me. I appreciate that. Yeah. Uh, that's I know I don't have another dongle. I wonder, which I do kind of need a new headset anyway, one that's maybe a better quality mic anyway. But it did seem to change when I messed with the jack going into the dongle. So I think that's where it's at. Let's see how. That's what I need to do. I need to see how much a dongle will cost. New one. That's probably. Time to change. It is. It is. Yes. And yeah. Kind of said something about that before too, because like even when I go live, well, I mean, I should expect that. I should expect that going live on Nomadic Bike again. I did a couple times because I wasn't able to go live on this for so long. Awesome was blind. But I was expecting it because I hadn't gone live on that channel for so long. But still only did like 1 or 2 a month, which I probably should not have even done that much because I haven't been doing videos either. But um, Lavender, that is awesome. That is awesome. Anything that results in a bottle of wine is, even though wine is like not my thing. I would be like, do you have any vodka? But no. Oh yeah, that's cool. I don't remember the joke though. I'm sorry. you know, I mean, I don't know. It might be like like I remember hearing this one story about Noah and Moses. They were hanging out by like Lake Erie, you know, and they were talking about like the good old times, stuff like that, and Jesus looks at Moses and said he's like, so what was like your all-time favorite thing that you did, and Moses was like, it was really cool being able to part you know um being able to part the waters and stuff like that, all the way clear down to the bottom and everything. He's like, oh, that one. Serial killer. Newfoundlander Ingalls family, hello, how you doing today? So Jesus is like, dude, he's like, you know what, he's like, for good old times, he's like, why don't you just go ahead and do it one more time? He's like, Jesus, dude, are you sure? He's like, you gonna let me? He's like, yeah, just go ahead one more time. So he steps up to the bank of Lake Erie, out on the beach, and holds his staff out. And the water's part clear to Canada, all the way down to the bottom. And then he closes his arms back together, and it all closes back together, and he walks away. He was like, man, he was like, dude, that was great. He was like, Jesus, he's like, you did you let me do that. It's like, what was your favorite thing that you did? And Jesus is like, dude, it was really cool walking on water. And I have to say, he's like, go ahead, do it, by all, and so Jesus is like, yeah, you know what? I think I will. So he starts walking out on the water. He gets like a few feet out, and the water's like at his ankles, and he's like, you know, keeps walking, and he's like notices that the water's like getting up to his knees, and he's like, this is weird. Walks a little bit further, and it's like halfway up his legs, almost to his waist, and he's like, starts freaking out and starts running back to shore, and he's like, almost swimming by the time he gets back, and he's like he's like on the beach, he's like, dude, he's like, Moses, I don't get it. What's, am I like losing my touch or what? And Moses is over there laughing. He's like, Moses, what are you laughing about? And Moses is like, all those years ago, you didn't have holes in your feet. Sinking. Oh, dude, that's actually really cool. So, like, you got your name up on the board and everything, too. Yeah, Jesus with holes in his feet. Oh, what time is it? Oh, it is that time. It is that time. Oh, this went by very quick today. It did. Um, but yeah, I have to do this. Anyway, I got it. Actually, let's see what's out there. I think I have enough time. This is the Tuesday League. I can. I'm just gonna not talk more than that. Oh, No, don't do that. No, no. Computer chick, what is up? How you doing today? Had one of those days at work. I've had one of those years at work, fiscally. You might remember this guy from our live stream, Washington County News. Um, he's got 2 watching right now. Uh, no, no, no. How did that? Why YouTube? No, it's not showing. There we go. Why? All the way back there. That's weird. Okay. Washington County News is live right now. If it'll let me paste. Please. Thank you. Yeah, time to go back to work. Summer is coming. Yeah, finally. Well, spring first. But, so, Washington County News is live now. I am going to go there, but I'm going to be clocking in and stuff like that. I'll be like saying hi, and then I'll be leaving the chat go. I think I might be able to on that phone. That one I ran down quite a bit today, so it's going to be taking a little bit for it to charge. And it's like the one good one. It's the Samsung. But yeah, which the LG is really good, but it's just old. So yeah. All right. Anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna go there. I might not stay. I'll be there. It'll be running. That's all I can promise. But thank you very much for coming by and hanging out with us. Nomad Raid, yes, absolutely. You're awesome. Live free, live for the now, and always chase your dreams.